Book 7, Chapter 16, The Long Watch Reimagined. Admiral Rostova's New Patrols. The Valiant II, Admiral Eva Rostova's venerable flagship, no longer patrolled the tense borders of known space. Its mission, once defined by the desperate vigilance against an unseen cosmic predator, had been fundamentally reimagined. The Human Galactic Authority, now the undisputed steward of a peaceful galaxy, had tasked Rostova and her Guardianship Division with a new, daunting responsibility: to patrol the boundless, newly opened frontier, to be the first line of contact with the infinite unknown. The vastness was staggering. The charts, once meticulously detailed maps of familiar sectors, now faded into hazy projections of unexplored nebulae, rogue star systems, and the faint, unsettling whisper of the impossible stars, far beyond the galactic disk. Rostova, standing on her bridge, felt a profound shift in the nature of her duty. It was no longer about defending against a known enemy, but about cautiously navigating a sea of infinite mysteries. "Commander Vargas," Rostova said, her voice echoing in the quiet bridge, "adjust our course to Sector Sigma 12. We'll follow the energy trail detected by the Dauntless Dawn. I want a closer look at those spatial distortions." Lieutenant Commander Vargas, his face etched with a mixture of excitement and apprehension, nodded. "Acknowledged, Admiral. Long-range sensors are picking up unusual energy fluctuations. Not entropic, but something else. A rhythmic pulse, almost like a heartbeat." Finn, present on the bridge to lend his unique sensory abilities, pressed his hands against a console, his eyes closed in concentration. His gift, once a shield against the entropy wave, now sought to decipher the subtle rhythms of this new cosmic phenomenon. "It's not artificial, Admiral," he murmured, his voice low. "Not like a signal. It's a natural process, but one I've never encountered before. It feels ancient, like the universe itself is breathing." The Valiant II cautiously approached the source of the energy fluctuations, a nebula of swirling, iridescent gases, unlike any they had seen before. Within its heart, they found not a star, but a colossal, crystalline structure, miles across, pulsating with a soft, ethereal light. It was not alive, as they understood the term, but it possessed an intricate internal rhythm, a slow, mesmerizing expansion and contraction that seemed to warp space-time itself. "It's beautiful," a young xenobiologist on the bridge whispered, her face reflected in the holographic display. "Utterly alien. Its energy signatures defy classification. It's not fusion, not electromagnetism. It's something else entirely." Rostova, a veteran of countless battles, felt a strange sense of awe. This was not a threat to be neutralized, but a wonder to be observed, a mystery to be understood. "Proceed with extreme caution, Commander Vargas," she ordered. "Deploy probes. I want a full spectrum analysis, but no aggressive scans. We are observers here, not conquerors." The Valiant II's probes, equipped with advanced sensors and paradox containment fields, approached the crystalline entity. They registered a complex interplay of gravitational waves, subtle energy fluxes, and a faint, almost musical hum that resonated through the nebula. It was as if the universe itself was playing a symphony that humanity was only just beginning to hear. "The resonance is informational," Finn reported, his voice hushed. "It's not a language, but a pattern. A complex, interconnected web of energy that seems to define the nebula's structure. It's not directed at us. It's a part of the nebula itself, its heartbeat." Rostova, her gaze fixed on the alien wonder, felt a profound shift in her perspective. Her long watch, once a grim vigil against Oblivion, had become a journey into the heart of the infinite unknown. The universe, vast and beautiful, held mysteries beyond human comprehension, and humanity, now the stewards of a peaceful galaxy, had a new, daunting responsibility: to explore, to understand, and to protect the delicate balance of a cosmos far more wondrous and terrifying than they had ever imagined. The age of exploration had truly begun, and the Valiant II, its guns silent, sailed into the heart of the unknown, a guardian of peace in a sea of infinite mysteries. Chapter 17. The Repurposed Blade. The Angel and Devil Fleet's new purpose. The monumental task of unmaking Oblivion had been achieved, and the Human Galactic Authority now governed a galaxy bathed in unprecedented peace. But peace, the inner quintet knew, was not an absence of power, but a careful management of it. General Armitage, once the grim architect of humanity's hidden might, now oversaw the most profound transformation of his life's work: the repurposing of the Angel and Devil fleets. Yet, a core tenet of his strategy remained. At least half of the fleet would remain in peak combat readiness, serving as the ultimate protector and police force, ensuring galactic stability. The colossal shipyards of Medusa, Tartarus, and Hydra, once hidden cradles of terror, now gleamed as the heart of a new cosmic order. Half of the Angel fleet, their obsidian hulls still radiating an unspoken power, underwent meticulous recalibration. Their Zeus beams, Hades fields, and Thor's hammer cannons remained fully operational, their paradox drives maintained for instantaneous, silent deployment. These were the HGA's new guardians of order. They were deployed to strategic galactic choke points, not to conquer, but to deter. Their presence alone was enough to quell nascent rogue factions, prevent large-scale criminal syndicates from forming, and provide rapid response to any major galactic crisis, be it a natural disaster requiring immense logistical support, or a localized conflict requiring immediate, overwhelming pacification. Their tactical precision, once aimed at alien empires, now enforced the new galactic law with unyielding authority. The galaxy understands strength, Admiral, General Armitage stated during a holographic review from Heaven's Gate, his gaze sweeping over projections of Angel dreadnoughts patrolling newly opened trade lanes. Our peace is absolute because our power is unquestionable. The Angel fleet, in its defensive posture, remains the ultimate guarantor of this era. His strategy was simple. The threat of annihilation was still present, but now wielded solely for cosmic stability. The other half of the Angel fleet underwent radical transformation. Angel dreadnoughts, their vast internal spaces reconfigured, emerged from the shipyards as mobile scientific platforms, bristling with hypersensitive sensors, vast biological containment labs, and interspecies research facilities. Carriers became immense, deep space construction hubs, capable of assembling interstellar transit gates or orbital academies on a scale previously unimagined. Others were refitted as humanitarian aid vessels, their cavernous cargo bays delivering AI drone bots, advanced medical supplies, and genetically optimized foodstuffs to uplift newly integrated worlds. Their crews, descendants of those who had built and crewed them for centuries of war, now channeled their discipline into precision engineering, xenological study, and cosmic stewardship. The Devil Fleet, once the insidious force of silent infiltration and terror, also found new purpose. A significant portion of these sleek black vessels remained as the HGA's covert intelligence and rapid response arm. Their unparalleled stealth and void-folding capabilities were now used for tracking high-level criminal organizations, investigating interstellar smuggling rings, and neutralizing emergent threats without overt force. Devil transports carried elite HGA interdiction teams, capable of appearing silently within a rogue vessel's command deck to apprehend hostile elements. The remaining Devil Fleet units, however, embraced roles of pure exploration and scientific endeavor. Their stealth and maneuverability made them perfect for rapid scientific deployment into hazardous environments, plunging into the crushing atmospheres of gas giants, navigating through volatile asteroid fields, or performing covert rescue missions in cosmic anomalies too dangerous for larger vessels. Their advanced sensor suites, once used for intelligence gathering, were now retasked for unprecedented environmental analysis of extreme cosmic phenomena. Marko Petrova, whose technopathy was now invaluable across both sectors, frequently found himself aboard these repurposed Devil transports, overseeing the integration of advanced scientific instrumentation. Their core logic is still about precision and adaptability, he noted to a junior engineer, activating a new paradox field sensor on a stealth scout. We're just pointing that precision at the universe's questions instead of its threats. General Armitage watched the complex, multi-layered operations unfold. The lines between military and scientific, between protector and explorer, had blurred. His fleets were still mighty, still capable of enforcing absolute order. But now, their power was a tool not just for peace, but for an era of boundless curiosity and shared galactic prosperity, ensuring that the dark lessons of the past would forever safeguard the brilliant dawn of the future. Book 7, Chapter 18, The Genesis Zero Legacy, Finding New Purpose for the Chosen Few. The roar of cosmic unmaking had faded, and the galaxy vibrated with the quiet hum of an enduring peace. For the chosen few of Genesis Zero, however, the transition from saving reality to living within it was a profound, often bewildering journey. The months of intensive psychological support overseen by Maeve O'Connell had been crucial, but the echoes of Oblivion they carried within them demanded more than just healing. They demanded new purpose. Lyra Chen, the stoic commander who had steered Genesis Zero into the heart of Paradox, found her place not in military command, but in the HGA's new department of cosmic cartography. Her tactical brilliance, once applied to navigating battlefields, was now focused on plotting exploration routes into the uncharted halo, overseeing the integration of new deep space data from the dauntless dawn. She led project teams that designed the next generation of survey probes, her decisions still precise, but now driven by curiosity rather than threat. The weight in her eyes remained, but it was now the quiet burden of immense knowledge rather than imminent sacrifice. Marko Petrova, his technopathic senses now operating on a scale that could interface with nascent stellar phenomena, found solace in the most abstract of pursuits. He gravitated towards Dr. Aris Thorne's deep space research outposts near the scar of Oblivion. While Thorne focused on the scar's fundamental physics, Marko delved into its anti-information echoes. He worked in isolated, shielded labs, his mind unraveling cosmic paradoxes, finding a strange peace in deciphering the universe's most complex, unmade secrets. He wasn't just fixing machines anymore, he was communing with the fundamental language of existence, finding new problems worthy of his terrifying gift. Kaelan Rourke, the precognitive oracle, struggled the most with the cessation of immediate threat. The constant hum of impending danger, which had defined his life, was now gone. The future felt fixed, almost bland. Ilara Vance, his constant anchor, remained by his side, her empathy helping him navigate this new, purposeless clarity. Together, they found new meaning in galactic planning. Kaelan's precognition, once used to predict enemy maneuvers, now provided invaluable insights into long-term resource yields across new HGA territories, optimized colonization efforts on newly terraformed worlds, and even subtly guided interspecies cultural exchange programs. Sensing the probabilities of harmonious integration, his visions were now of growth, not destruction. A new kind of beauty he was slowly learning to embrace. Lena Sharma, her empathy a boundless wellspring, dedicated her life to the HGA's Interspecies Integration Initiative. She expanded her healing work far beyond human trauma, traveling to newly incorporated alien worlds, where centuries of resentment and fear festered. She conducted large-scale empathic sessions, bridging divides that diplomacy alone couldn't reach, using her null energy pulse not to disrupt, but to soothe collective anxieties and foster understanding. Her emotional wellspring, once depleted by the void, found renewed purpose in the countless lives she touched. Finn, the Silent Guardian, found unexpected utility in the HGA's growing infrastructure. His ability to project localized force fields, once a desperate shield against unmaking, now made him invaluable in cosmic cartography and extreme environment surveying. He could generate protective bubbles for fragile exploratory probes entering volatile nebulae, or stabilize unstable asteroid mining operations. His innate sense of equilibrium lending him a unique perspective on cosmic safety. He often joined the Dauntless Dawn's expeditions, his quiet presence a reassurance, his senses a unique map of cosmic subtleties. Maeve O'Connell, overseeing their reintegration, watched with a quiet satisfaction. The heroes of the existential war were not forgotten. They were simply redefined. They carried the indelible mark of Oblivion, a shared, profound experience that set them apart. Yet, in their new roles, they proved that the strength forged in humanity's darkest hour could be repurposed, not just for the maintenance of peace, but for the boundless, hopeful expansion of a future they had so fiercely won. Their legacy was not just survival, but the very definition of purpose in a galaxy reborn. Book 7, Chapter 19, The Crucible of Integration, Personal Stories of a Unified Galaxy. The grand proclamations from Heaven's Gate had defined humanity's new mandate, and the repurposing of the Angel and Devil fleets reshaped cosmic power. But the true test of the Human Galactic Authority's HGA vision played out not in strategic chambers, but in the everyday lives of billions across the galaxy. It was in the shared labor, the burgeoning friendships, and the lingering whispers of prejudice that the crucible of integration truly forged a unified future. On the bustling, newly terraformed plains of Xylos Gamma 7, where once a strict caste system had reigned, a human agricultural engineer named Anya Sharma worked side by side with a former Xylos Imperium soldier, Commander Xylos. Xylos, his multifaceted eyes now tracking moisture sensors instead of enemy ships, meticulously tended a row of nutrient-rich algae. "The soil yields more under your guidance, human," Xylos rumbled, his voice a low frequency. "Our methods are efficient, but yours, they understand growth." Anya grinned, wiping sweat from her brow. "It's about understanding the land, Commander, not just dominating it. Like understanding people." They were part of a joint HGA agricultural uplift project, and their initial professional respect had slowly, awkwardly, blossomed into something akin to friendship. Xylos, once defined by military pride, now found purpose in nurturing life, guided by a species he'd once dismissed. Miles away, in the vibrant cultural hub of New Viridia Prime, a draconian sculptor named Dracos meticulously carved a shimmering crystal. His scales, once dull from decades of rigid military life, now glowed with the fire of renewed artistic passion. Across the collaborative workshop, a Thakar merchant named Cathar, famed for his intricate holographic projections, designed a digital backdrop for Dracos's piece. Their project was for the upcoming HGA Unity Festival, a celebration of multi-species art. Your light manipulation is quite precise, Cathar, Dracos acknowledged, a rare compliment from a Draconian. Cathar's many-jointed limbs gestured modestly. And your understanding of form, Dracos, transcends mere material. Such beauty was not common in our mercantile exchanges. Their species had once been fierce rivals, yet here they found common ground in the universal language of creativity. Lena Sharma, often a quiet observer in these cultural fusion hubs, felt the profound warmth of genuine connection radiating from them, her empathy acting as a silent balm on centuries of ingrained distrust. On a former human colony, now a vibrant HGA trade nexus, Admiral Eva Rostova surveyed a bustling spaceport. Her patrols now focused on facilitating joint HGA projects, fostering interspecies dialogue and stepping in only when old prejudices threatened to boil over. She saw a human colonist, young Elara Vance, a cousin of Commander Elara Vance, sharing a laugh with a newly integrated Valar technician over a malfunctioning cargo loader. The Valar, once xenophobic isolationists, were slowly venturing out, drawn by the HGA's promise of genuine equality and the quiet, undeniable strength of its peace. Rostova remembered the bitter resentment after the revelation, the cries of betrayal. It still surfaced sometimes, a low rumble beneath the surface of the HGA's unity. She'd seen it in the eyes of a few old fleet veterans, still struggling with the lie. But more often she saw moments like these. The awkward, then natural sharing of a meal, the shared frustration over a broken machine, the quiet respect earned through mutual effort. "They're finding their way, Admiral," Commander Vargas murmured, standing beside her. "It's not perfect, but it's real." Indeed, this grand experiment in galactic unity was not without its challenges. Lingering prejudices, born of millennia of conflict and the recent trauma of the revelation, occasionally flared. But the HGA provided the framework, the resources, and the unwavering security that allowed these everyday connections to blossom. Maeve O'Connell's subtle psychological programs, Lena Sharma's tireless empathy, and Ambassador Valerius's diplomatic finesse provided the unseen scaffolding for this societal transformation. Across the sprawling, unified Human Galactic Authority, billions of individual stories of overcoming, of adapting, and of truly connecting were being written. It was a testament to a hard-won peace, proving that even after the deepest deceptions and the most terrible wars, the galaxy could, one personal interaction at a time, find its way to a truly shared future. Book 7, Chapter 20, The Scar's Echo Deepens, Unforeseen Cosmic Reactions. The tranquility of the Chrysalis Labs, now entirely repurposed for pure scientific endeavor, was Thorne's solace. Weeks had blurred into months since the cosmic riddle's initial findings, confirming the scar of Oblivion as a stable yet profoundly unsettling void in space-time. But as Dr. Aris Thorne pored over the long-term data, a new, subtle anomaly began to emerge from the vastness of the universe, far beyond the scar's immediate vicinity. "It's too faint for standard classification," Thorne murmured, his gaze fixed on a distant sector map. A holographic projection showed a newly catalogued stellar nursery, billions of light-years away from the scar, its swirling gases usually a predictable dance of star formation. Now, Archangel's hypersensitive arrays were detecting peculiar, erratic energy spikes, too organized to be natural, too diffuse to be artificial, and utterly baffling. Marko Petrova, perpetually wired into the SCAR's data feed, his brow furrowed in concentration, traced the anomaly. His technopathic senses, honed by battling paradoxical forces, perceived a faint, rhythmic signature within the distant nebula's energy fluctuations. "It's a response, Doctor," he rasped, pushing his mental limits. Not a direct emission from the SCAR, but like a sympathetic vibration, a cosmic echo. The nebula's internal quantum processes are subtly reacting to the imbalance left by the entropy wave's unmaking. A perturbation in the cosmic background? Thorne pondered aloud, pacing the sterile floor. A ripple from a fundamental law being altered, but across billions of light years. "It's more specific," Marco insisted, his eyes glazing over as he delved deeper. "The nebula's star formation algorithms are trying to compensate. They're speeding up, then slowing down. It's a localized attempt to rebalance the flow of information, to generate new complexity where the wave used to simplify." He felt a ghost of the entropy wave's logic, subtly influencing the region's quantum processes, a residual programming glitch in the universe itself. Ilara Vance, who had joined Thorne and Marco for this long-term observation, pressed her hand to the holographic display, her empathy reaching across the vast cosmic distances. She felt a profound, almost generalized cosmic unease. It wasn't the directed malevolence of the entropy wave, but a subtle, pervasive sense of the universe recalibrating. It was a hum, deep and resonant, that spoke of a delicate balance being nudged, of ancient, fundamental systems adapting to a new, unexpected baseline. "It's a universal nervous system reacting to a lost limb," Ilara whispered. "A phantom ache. We cut out a tumor, but the body remembers." Thorne straightened, a sobering realization settling over him. "We didn't just solve a problem, Marco. We fundamentally shifted the cosmic equilibrium. The entropy wave was an impartial imperative, a part of the universe's natural cycle. By unmaking it, we created a void that reality is now subtly trying to fill or compensate for." A remote projection of Jian Li materialized on a side console, her gaze piercing. "What does this mean for our long-term objectives, Doctor? A new threat? Or simply a new, infinitely complex puzzle?" "Not a direct threat, Admiral," Thorne clarified. "At least, not yet. But a profound warning. It means the universe is far more interconnected, far more delicately balanced than we ever understood. Our victory has thrust humanity into a role far beyond mere governance. We are cosmic engineers now, responsible not just for our galaxy's peace, but for monitoring the very health of existence itself." Marco nodded grimly. "We're not just exploring the unknown anymore. We're observing the consequences of our own making. Every subtle ripple, every flicker of cosmic recalibration. It's all part of humanity's new, daunting duty." The cosmic riddle drifted in the silent, star-strewn void, a tiny speck in a universe that had just revealed another layer of its unfathomable complexity. The era of peace was also the era of unforeseen consequence, a constant reminder that wielding ultimate power brought with it the ultimate, humbling responsibility. Humanity, the reluctant stewards of reality, now had to monitor not just the known, but the subtle, far-reaching echoes of its own profound intervention.